So my junior season supposed to be my breakout year, and the shutdown messed a lot of things up.
The more I stay ready, the less I have to get ready.
If we do have a season, you have to make the best of that opportunity.
Welcome. My name is Paul Winsper and I'm the Vice President of Human Performance Science and Research here at Under Armour. I want to welcome you to the training portion of our Under Armour Human Performance System. This is the guy who basically put the whole program together. So this is Michael Watts. So Mikey's the guy that trains all of our big athletes when they come to town. Steph Curry to Anthony Joshua, the world heavyweight boxing champion, to Natasha Hastings. We put this program together to focus and specialize on the high school athlete. So we're going to take you through 6 weeks of work, starting with week 1. When we think about preparation, we don't just jog around the field and then lie on the floor and stretch. We actually understand how to optimize the body to then move in the session. This will be a theme through every single week of our preparation. Let's get this going.
Part of the prep work is to roll the ITB. So start at the top of your hip, leg straight on the bottom, top leg comes forward, and just want you to move really slowly up and down the side of that leg. Keep the core engaged and try and just open out your shoulders a little bit at the top there. That's it, nice job. Okay, so part of the prep is the active stretch. So we're going to stretch the hamstring, so the bicep femoris. So just lie down on your back, bring your leg up and across your body, so your knee points to your shoulder. Hold with the opposite arm, relax your head, and then I just need you to kick through and then drop back down. Sit back onto our heels, tuck your toes under. Pin and lock your hips, because we want all the movement to come from the middle of your back. Hand on the back of the head, and as we open up, and then we close. And make sure you pin those hips in. The hips are not going anywhere. Perform 10 active stretches at slow tempo, and then we'll move on to the other side. So this is an activation exercise as part of the prep, and it's called a floor Y. Okay, so we'll transition into lie down onto your belly. So your toes, your hips, your belly's all on contact with the floor. Line your elbows up with your shoulder, and then just have right angles there. And then all the movement's coming from your shoulder, so you're gonna look towards the floor, and then just squeeze your shoulder blades together and go back down. Good. Keep your feet on the floor. Good. All the movement's from your shoulders. Good. Just breathe naturally. There you go. So this exercise is called a wall slide. So what we're going to have you do is lie down on your side, go into a beach pose, so pop that hand underneath, and just make sure that your hips are stacked. So top hip stacked on top of the lower hip. Engage your core, so switch your core on. And then top leg, send it back so your toe meets your heel. And then I just need you to open up and close. Good. Just breathe naturally and just keep squeezing that glute. So the next movement we're going to do is the overhead squat. The purpose is to integrate all those exercises we've done previously. So if we set you up, toes at 12 o'clock, ankle, knee and hip are all in line. Hips in neutral, reach up above your head, hide your ears from me and point your thumbs backwards. And then when you're ready, slowly lower yourself into a seated position. The quality is important, every repetition counts. Tempo is slow, little hold at the bottom, raise yourself up. Keep pulling your shoulder blades down and back and squeeze, head in neutral, and work through that range.
This is strength the Under Armour way, so we don't train muscles, we actually train movements.
This next movement is a pull, and the pull we're going to do is a floor Y pull. So what I'm going to have you do is lie down on your front, toes touch the floor, Squeeze your glute. Make that Y position, head in neutral. So think about the angle of the hand, the elbow and the shoulder. And then once we squeeze and hold, take the hands above the head and pull back down. You keep the hands and the arms off the floor and you pull and squeeze your shoulder blades down and back. And if you're doing this one at home, really focus on the quality. Slow tempo, do 12 repetitions and 3 sets. So the next movement is part of the pull series, and what we're going to do is a chin up. Go and address the bar, hand underneath grip. You start full extension at the bottom, bring the chin all the way up to the top of the bar and fully extend the arms down. So when you're doing this one at home, make sure the tempo's slow and you're working through the full action of the movement. Squeeze the shoulder blades down and back and make sure the core and the abdominals are nice and tight. And remember to breathe. So the next movement is a push, and I know you'll be familiar to this one, but let's make sure you really nail it and master it. Let's make sure those hands are underneath the shoulder, full body tension, so squeeze the legs, the glutes, the core, and then we're just going to create a bit of tension and torque in the shoulders by just rotating the hands out a little bit. And then from there we lower ourselves into our push-up position and then drive out. So when you're doing this one at home, really think about the details. It's so important that we get that rotation through the hands. It's a great exercise if it's done correctly. So the next movement is a hinge pattern, and this hinge is a floor bridge. So what we're going to have you do is line your back, line up your ankle, your knee and your hip, and then pull your toes up towards your shins. Squeeze your fists, drive your arms into the floor, relax your head, and push your hips up. So if you're doing this one at home, think about the order in which you drop down the spine. You drop it down in order and you pick it up in order. You keep that full body tension. You're squeezing the glutes at the top for a brief hold, and you move slowly. So the next movement is a lunge, and what we're going to do is a reverse lunge to balance, and we're going to do right and left. So what I'm going to have you do is stand up nice and tall, ankle, knee, hip, toes at 12, and you're going to reverse lunge and then drive up and hold. Good. Really fire up into the glute and stabilize with that leg. Good. Slow it down on the way down and drive up. Good. If you're doing this one at home, it's a slow, controlled tempo. Don't rest the kettlebell on the floor, just a touch and up you go. Nice and controlled, light and steady. Hips go down and back, the weight's in the heel, up you come, weight's in the midfoot. Nice job.
Okay guys, we're now going to work on speed and power. The way we do it at Under Armour is we're trying to make you powerful and explosive for sport. This is a staple of any speed program, and it's a technical dynamic activation, and it's called an A-skip. We're looking for the athletes to snap off the ground, pop the feet, and really drive the arms, getting everything active to become more explosive and powerful. The first jump, guys, is a counter movement jump. So what we're going to do is we call it the elastic component, so you're dropping all the way down and we're using all of that connective tissue to explode us back up. When you land, you just land it and hold and then reset again. And then we're going to drop and explode up and land and reset. This next exercise is a right-left hop with acceleration. 5 hops on the right foot, you're going to have a rapid exchange, 5 hops on the left foot, and then you're just going to fall into a little sprint to finish. 2, 3, 4, 5, change, go! Beautiful, great job. Great forward lean, Caden. So the drill we're going to move into now is called a get up to sprint. So we're going to have them lying on the floor, a little bit of competition, a little bit of fun, and it's now tying the whole thing together. So this is our drill section, get up to sprint. Go! Oh. Who?
Caden, just.
Caden.
Kate, you were so close.
Woo!
So close.
Second. Well done, guys. You nailed the first week, but it's only going to get harder from here. Week 2 is going to challenge you in certain different ways, so adding a little bit more balance. Let's go. Push, push, push. Good.